Welcome back to Pokémon Sterling Silver Hardcore Nuzlocke Challenge. My friends, the final victory road time, and that is my team. So we have Grand Bull. It is strong enough for the fantasy. I will talk about that in fight, because that is really funny. Electrode, I removed Magnet Bomb, and yeah, U-turn even with minus attack is obviously a nice switch move. We still have Strength here. It's really good in this fight. And yeah. We removed Headlong Rush and we have Shadow Claw. So we can have a really decent 1 versus 1 matchup against one Pokemon here. Yeah. We have Jojo Azu in the team, and then we have also Crobat. So I removed on Crobat Fly instead of Aerial Ace because I want to have a flying move what is straight up hitting without recoil, and I don't want to obviously scale Wing Attack back. So yeah, we are just using Aerial Ace here. And yeah, that's it. Let's start. Also yeah, the Lumberries holder are obviously not pre-slapped here, like Azu and Electrode. And there's a really funny thing about this Grand Bull. This Grand Bull is 7 attack, 1 speed. Well, it's good enough, for sure. But in 1.1.4, I would be forced to edge. What is not a problem at all. So we will use Facade here. Because in 1.1.4, this Drifblim was not Marvel Scale, it was Aftermath. And with that, I can't use Crunch. So we would need Rock Slide. And Rock Slide would be only a range on 69. On 70, even with 7 attack, it would always kill. So I think Grand Bull is also really strong for this fantasy. I think Beer is just strongest because it's just way higher base attack and base speed. So you can't even have a really benchmark. I think maybe minus attack, zero attack IVs, something like that. But yeah. Something like that, probably. Not even sure about that. So yeah, I had never checked that. Veilord. Da is the Facade as well. And yeah, we will just CC the Blissey. We can also use Facade there, but yeah, we will. And we will get the level up anyways. So, yeah, it's fine even if we need to edge. Because Grand Bull, that's Grand Bull's last fight basically. Because it will get the level up here. If you're not using XP share, it will always get the level up. And I'm not using XP share in this fight. Or in this back-to-back-to-back. So yeah, we will always survive on 4 HP here. Because this is 20 damage of burn damage, 20 damage of life up recoil, and we will not get the burn damage anymore. Alright. Next. Who's next? So, Ninjask will always use Superpower here. And we will just switch to Crobat. So, that's why we want to have also Aerial Ace. Like, we can straight up hit this. Otherwise, this can just baton pass out at some point, I think. And, yeah. I didn't even calc that correctly, because I don't think it will matter. Like, if Superpower double crits. Because we are minus special defensive nature. Maybe we could get into Flash Cannon range. But as long as this Ninjask is not baton passing out, we are fine. And that's why, because my Crobat and my Throat is faster than this one. Because this is minus speed Throat. And we will just kill this with switch moves now. Because this is always Zap Cannon. Even if this would be one time Flash Cannon, it's Electrode. So Electrode will not eat that much damage. First of all. And second of all, always bait Earth Power. So even if I'm in range, I will get out of range at some point with Crobat. Because we are getting a free switch in, and with that we are getting Black Sludge recovery. And I think I like this combo, because you can also already position yourself for the next fight. And it will also, that's the most important thing, it will not use double team here. So you don't need to worry about any miss stuff. But yeah, I could also teach Aura Sphere or Heat Wave here on Crobat. With a scale, but it's just not needed. It's just not needed here. So we just basically don't need that. And yeah, one more U-turn is enough here to kill this throat. And now we will just switch to Arzu. And with that we are baiting Crobat. Okay, this is Brave Bird or Confused Ray. That's why we're holding the Lumberry with my Electrode. Because we obviously don't want to play with Confused Ray. There's a Brave Bird, that's completely fine. Even if there's crits, it's fine. Because we are only baiting the guaranteed EQ or Flare Blitz here from the next Pokemon. So we kill this now with a Thunderbolt. And always bait EQ or Flare Blitz. It's random move. Burn is a bit annoying, but yeah. Don't burn. Because then we need to rest straight up. Okay, cool. Now we can charm and then we can rest after that. Even if this burns, it's fine. We never die to -2 Flare Blitz. So now we will rest one time for sure. And the good news is this is not random move here. This is always consistent Flare Blitz. Flare Blitz is the highest damaging move and it's on +1. Even if this could go high crit AI. This can't go high crit AI. Because high crit AI still would be on 0 score. So this is consistent only Flare Blitz here. Okay, we will charm this just down. I can speed that a bit up here. There you fucking go. Charm this one more time. Even if we get the burn here, it's completely fine because we see it's not doing any damage anymore. This is a -6 now. We just rest up one more time. And we will just spam EQ here. We'll speed that a bit up. We could technically also beat the Weavile in the back with my Donphan. But we don't need to. This is always Fake Out on the switch-in. And I'm holding a Citrus Berry, we don't need that basically. So I could even go with a damage item. Because my Weavile is faster. Because of the level diff. And yeah, we are eating the Fake Out, even if there's crits, it's completely fine. We are never baiting Ice Shard, and we don't even need to Fake Out here, we just straight up Strength this away. Okay, last one. And here we need to be a bit careful, but yeah, most likely we are fine. We need to be super low to get into Ancient Power range here. So we will taunt this Shuckle. That's why we have taunt here in the moveset. And now we will just use Crunch. We will not use Close Combat. Because with that we are getting a defense drop. And I don't want to have that right now. There's no reason. Crunch again. And crunch again. Alright, we are obviously not in Ancient Power range. That was the most important thing. This is Claydol straight up. This will see a kill with Psycho Boost. So this can't boom on the switch-in. And we go to Weavile. And we cannot use Sucker Punch here. Because this can Cosmic Power. So we just Ice Punch, because Ice Punch straight up kills. We don't even need to Fake Out. So with that I can save some Fake Out PP here. And this is guaranteed Mark Punch on the switch-in because Mark Punch sees a kill. So we don't need to worry about any other AI here. So we will just go to Donphan. And that is a speed tie. This is a bit annoying. It's a bit annoying, but we are most likely fine. We lost the speed tie, the first one. It's really bad if we just win the speed tie now. Yeah, that's what I mean. That's a bit annoying. Oh god. Thankfully we have lefties. Yeah, now this is like the most annoying thing what can happen actually, basically. We need to rest here. Yeah. It's fine, it's okay, it's okay. I count with that we can be that unlucky. Like, it's basically a 50-50 because it's a speed tie. So we always lose the speed tie when it is using Shadow Force, and with that we are missing basically the charm, and then we are winning the speed tie. So yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, we just rest up for the safety. Because we can even stall it out of Shadow Force, and that's the only threatening damaging move here against us. So yeah. And it's not even that threatening. Like, look how we are tagging that. That is a 120 baseball stab move, by the way. Donphan is a beast. It is out of Shadow Force now. Yeah, that was something I was expecting. That's really good also that we saw that, because now it cannot knock off anymore. It needs to exactly Mark Punch here. Can't do anything else. Just because I want to have still decent HP on Donphan. There's no reason to not rest here. We will just Shadow Claw here. That's why we have Shadow Claw over Headlong Rush, because yeah, there was one point where I was clicking Headlong Rush in the post, not in the post game, in the E4 split. And we will just do it one more time. And we will hard switch to Crobat now. Because with that we are baiting always Umbreon. Now we can kill this with Aerial Ace. This could, by the way, also Mark Punch over Thunder Punch here. Pretty sure about that. I think, let me just check that. I'm not exactly sure if Thunder Punch was higher damage than Shadow Force without calcing. Yeah. So Thunder Punch is also on -1. So it can Mark Punch as well over Thunder Punch, because it's out of highest damaging move. And I think it would knock off always, because knockoff is I think on 0 here, because we are holding an item. Yeah. Okay, so we want to kill this Umbreon with Weavile. We will U-turn out to Weavile always here, because this is always Psychic. And we will Fake Out. Really important that we don't misclick here, because otherwise my Weavile is just gone. Yeah. Strength is doing 45% minimum damage, and that means it is just a range right now. And that means we will just do it one more time. And U-turn again. Go to Weavile again on Psychic. Now we can always kill this. We can Fake Out. We can also just Strangler straight up away. And now it is Torkoal last. And the reason why we are doing it like that, I don't want to be in Crobat while this Torkoal dies, because then it gets the -2 score and terminate on Solar Beam. And that's not the case now, because we are not resisting Solar Beam. And that means it needs to be guaranteed Solar Beam, because this Torkoal is holding a white herb here. And with the white herb, Power Herb, sorry, not white herb. And with the Power Herb, Solar Beam is on +2 right now. So this needs to exactly be Solar Beam, nothing else. You don't need to worry about Eruption AI here right now. So this is exactly only and only Solar Beam. And we want to waste that herb for sure. There you fucking go. Okay, and now it can't use Solar Beam on my Crobat. It cannot use EQ. It can only Eruption or Will-O-Wisp here. So what you're gonna do is just U-turn out here. Small amount of chip damage, and that's why we are holding a Lumberry with my Azu. That's completely fine. That is completely fine. Yeah. We will fake out. We are never dead to EQ crit here, of course. And Solar Beam is a two-turn move right now because it is not holding the White Herb anymore. The Power Herb. Why am I saying White Herb? What the fuck? And it was a range. Yeah, and missed the Will-O-Wisp. Yeah, that's just Aqua Jet. Whatever. Okay. And on Azu it can't Eruption anymore. So that is also consistent because Eruption is on -1 because it is resisted. So we knew this is always a Willow, EQ, or Solar Beam. Solar Beam is basically not calced. That's why it is on 0 score right now, because it is not holding a Power Herb anymore. But because of the Power Herb, it makes it consistent. But only if you're not resisting the move. Otherwise, the Power Herb +2 is just not there, because the resist part always terminates the entire line. And that's why. Thank you for watching, and see you guys in the Steven fight.